I'm on a roll. I got all kinds of shit to talk about. This is awesome. I figured out my webcam. You know, um, it's like I have high aspirations, but I'm like S9 and computer illiterate. It took me a while to figure this out. I used to be on top of my game back in the '90s. Man, I could play Oregon Trail like a motherfucker. But anyway, time's different now. I have to adapt. So I won't really have too many flashy things on my videos. Those cool little intros, little snazzy soundtracks. Me and my chones. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna go straight like webcam style. It's kind of weird because like I'm always at like a weird angle. I kind of look funny. I got kind of a weird looking guy. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. Hopefully, you're just listening to what I'm saying, and I'm giving some entertainment or some things to think about. Today, I'm going to talk about gay marriage, or should I say civil union. All right, let's make this quick. Okay, religious people are fucking crazy, but you do have a point. I think homosexuals have been kind of crossing the line for a while, and it could be easily remedied by just the change of verbiage. Marriage is a religious term. It is something that is sacred to millions of people in the world that believe it is between a man and a woman, sanctified under the will of God. Most religions are basically homophobic gay bashers. So it's kind of a no brainer that gays aren't getting support when they want to get married in a church, or some of them want religious weddings or whatnot. I mean, it varies, but I can see where religious people are getting pissed off. Now, I'm an atheist. I really don't give a fuck if religious people are getting pissed off. The thing that kind of makes me curious though is, well, homosexuals are kind of bashing on the rights of religious people in terms of what has been a traditional belief for a very long time. Now, I also believe though in equality. So, and I have no personal, I have no problems with homosexuals at all. I think shit. Some of the coolest people in the world have been gay. I mean, Socrates was badass, and he was hitting the pipe. He was going to town. He was getting those youngsters, get philosophizing, drinking some wine. One thing leads to another. Somebody's got the sausage in the cornhole. It's all good. But look at the effect that Socrates had on the world. He's gay. Doesn't really matter. It's what people think, what they do, how they act. The contribution they make to society. What people do behind closed doors doesn't affect my life. It really doesn't. I could give a fuck if there's two lesbians in the world that love each other and want to spend the rest of their life with each other, and I don't care. It makes no difference to me as long as they don't hurt anybody, as long as they contribute to society, or it seems like the common trend is um, not sucking off society. Like as long as they got their shit together and they're paying taxes, I really don't care what they do. As long as it goes to me too. I got stuff I'm doing that people probably disagree with. Like I said, I'm an atheist. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a libertarian, borderline green anarchist. I'm hated. There's people out there that just fucking hate me. Um, Fuck you. I got the right to think how I want to think. But for gay marriage, I think it just boils down to just call it civil union. Is it really that? Do you really need to call it marriage? Do you realize how easy it would be just to circumvent the whole shebang bang by just having a separate? It is kind of separate. I mean, if you think about it, the historical marriages have always been between man and woman. Okay, agree with it or disagree with it, but the facts are in. It's just how it's always been done. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't mean it's the cross the board standard that has to be like law of the land or not. You know what I mean? I mean, people fall in love with each other, but that's what marriage is, man and woman. If you want rights and if you want government kickbacks and tax breaks, blah 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 blah, I think you're entitled to it. If you really have a partner that's been living with you for a long time and same sex, and you really love the person, it love transcends the physical form. So fuck it, why not? But at the same time, meet somebody halfway. just meet them halfway. Make a difference. Just differentiate it and say it is a civil union. I think it would really settle a lot of stuff. I mean, semantics. That's what a lot of people really fixate on. And for the gays that want to marry in a church, hey, the Unitarian Church is probably down for that. But I mean, if you really are butthurt because you want to get married in a Catholic church, or if you want to, you know, get married in some Lutheran church or whatnot, I think you're shit out of luck unless you your partner looks pretty feminine or something. I mean, put a wig on the motherfucker and just call him Sally or something. I don't know, you might be able to get away. I don't fucking know. But the truth of the matter is, there is a difference between a marriage between a man and a woman and a marriage between a man and a man and a woman and a woman. Maybe not mentally, but you know how the society is. We focus on stupid shit. So I don't know. You kind of have to dumb things down to get your way sometimes, or just flat out lie about it. But I really want to see these people happy, and I mean, it should boil down to states' rights. It shouldn't be a federal thing at all. I don't think the government has any business telling people how to live in terms of matters of taste and orientation. But I think on a smaller scale, I do believe that a city or a state has the right. Yeah, I don't think state. I think it should be more like county. I think counties should have the power to decide what's right and what's not for the people. I mean, religion puts stuff down people's throat all the time, and bashes on everybody and judges everybody. Well, for gays to do that back to the religious, it's not really effective. I think we really have to come to an agreement as a people and accept people for who they are, and be a little bit more definitive about things and categorize things appropriately, and simply. Keeping it simple is probably the best way to do it. And like I said, homosexuality is not the issue. It's just the union part of it. I think it's what really pisses people off, because I don't know, man. If you're really worried about what somebody else is doing with their life, I mean, you need to worry about your own life. We really need to let each other do things on our own and live our lives, without being under the gun. It's life's tough as it is. If some people really identify with the other sex, and that's just how it is. I mean, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have the right to just start hating on gay people, and vice versa. I've known a lot of gay people that called me breeder or whatnot, and they're a bunch of faggots. Fuck them. But man, the ones that are like, hey man, let everyone do their thing, that's just how it should be. Just let people do their thing. Is it really that hard? I don't think it's that hard. There's so many more issues that are worthy of attention than worrying about, amending the Constitution to block gay people from having a lifelong commitment with benefits. I mean, there's more important things to worry about: food, school, transportation problems, and healthcare crisis, blah blah blah. There's so much shit that we could really work around. I mean, the gay marriage civil union thing is just trivial. So that's all I gotta say about it. Give me your thoughts.